Well, in Winnipeg this evening, a reaction to some very crude stories that were broadcast from a police helicopter last night. Police have apologized for the incident, but it did result in some interesting anecdotes from the people who were there. The CBC's Nellie Gonzalez has the story.
People who live in the West End say they're used to hearing the sound of Air One flying above. But Brandy Armstrong says she's still in shock by what she heard last night.
I heard conversation coming from the helicopter. The conversation that I heard was very sexually inappropriate.
It was just after 9:30 when the sound of police officers and the helicopter were broadcast through the loudspeaker. She said the conversation was explicit. They were talking about oral sex. Armstrong was with her husband in the backyard who heard it too.
He just looked at me and started laughing and said, "Did you hear that, honey? Did you really hear that?" And I said yes.
Armstrong said she's upset because there were children in the area.
I was shocked, angry, speechless.
Other conversations could also be heard in the North End and across the downtown. Jacob Serbrin was riding his bike with a friend near the Legislative Building when he heard the chatter.
But the first thing I made out was a word that I can't say on television. And then he said $600 a week. So effing $600 a week. I don't know the context.
Police will only say that Air One was on a routine patrol when it inadvertently activated the aircraft's public address system. There were 3 officers in the helicopter at the time, and police say they didn't know their conversation was being broadcast. Armstrong thinks the officers should be disciplined.
I mean, they're setting a bad example for children. It's almost saying it's okay to speak like this.
Police have apologized for the incident.
We're sincerely apologetic about it. We're going to review the situation. I can assure you, and members of the executive are very much aware of the sensitivity and the nature of what was broadcast.
But as for discipline, police say that's part of the review, and a decision will be made at a later date. Nellie Gonzalez, CBC News, Winnipeg.